Hello, good morning.
Heyo.
We are here in Krakow, Poland. It's a beautiful medieval little city. It has all of our favourite things: food, shots, good architecture, and a wild history.
Great history.
Yeah.
I'm zipping up. I want the world to know that there's heaps of snow.
I have Christmas mulled wine and you have mulled beer.
Mulled beer.
Oh, she's hot. And strong. And spicy. That's a win for me. How's your mulled beer?
I don't know, it works.
That's not a impressed face.
I'll drink it, you know?
Can I have a taste? Let's swapsies. And why don't you have a sippy cup?
Because I know.
Oh no. What does it taste like? Burnt cinnamon water.
There's too much going on in that one.
No, mine's delicious. I win.
How are you feeling?
We're feeling excited. We're
Do
feeling
you?
warmed in the belly from our manhunter soup. We are happy because it's delicious. It's got sausage and
You're looking so
sauerkraut.
happy.
It's got sausage and sauerkraut.
Just being hungry. That means happy, right? What about you?
It is delicious.
Is
I'm
it?
happy.
You're not so happy as shit.
No, he's not as happy because your moustache is better than his.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, bad bird.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad bird.
So
Hey, man.
Poland is really old. It was settled by Slavic tribes called the Polony, which means people living in the open field, and that's where the country gets its name from. But it was officially founded by Duke Mieszko, and his son Boleslaw the Brave becomes the first king of Poland in 1025. So she old. Cut to a couple hundred years later, one of the king's daughters takes over the country and they still call her a king, which is pretty modern, I think, for the 1300s. So King Jadwiga marries a Duke of Lithuania, and together Lithuania and Poland form a commonwealth that then makes them a powerhouse of Europe. They give a lot of freedoms to Jews and Protestants, and a lot of democratic rights are given to them under that rule, but also during the Golden Age, where King Kazimierz protected Jews throughout Europe. So a lot of Jewish people end up living in Poland because of that. It's also under this golden age of King Kazimierz that the salt mines, the wheat, the wood is exported, and Poland is a really thriving, successful and strong country. It's even known as the food bowl of Europe. But unfortunately, because of its geographical location, which is smack bang right in the middle of so many other countries, Russia, Prussia, which is now Germany, and Austria partitioned Poland for their own gain. So they sliced the country up through some partitions over a number of years until finally, at the end of the 1700s, Poland ceases to exist. So the entire 1800s, it is absorbed into those three territories. And in World War I, when the Eastern Front opens up, most of the battles were done here in this Polish territory, but it was considered Soviet or Russian and Prussian land. At the end of World War I, with the Austrian-Hungarian Empire dissolved, and Germany, obviously, through the Treaty of Versailles, Poland was given back to itself. And so finally, in 1918, it becomes an independent, recognised country after 123 years. But the economy was rubbish. And it took a really long time for them to try and recover. And then World War II starts, and it only gets worse from there.
Behind me, we have St. Mary's Basilica. On the hour, every hour, 365 days a year, there is a trumpet call, and they cut it short. And they cut it short because that is in memory of a 13th century trumpeter who lost his life while trying to warn the town of a Mongol attack. He got shot through the throat, apparently, with an arrow. Whether that's true or not, who knows, but that's how legend has it.
Legend shrouds St. Mary's Basilica. The story goes that there were two brothers who were excellent architects working together to build it. In the process of putting it together, they became increasingly jealous of each other and the one-upmanship began. In the end, you can see the two spires at the top of the church. One is taller than the other. So one of the brothers came in, made his bigger. In a fit of rage and jealousy, the brother with a smaller tower murdered his brother, threw him off of the tower, and then immediately racked with guilt, killed himself. So a pretty bleak start to St. Mary's Basilica.
We're here in Rynek Glowny, the main square of Krakow. It is actually the biggest main square in all of Europe, which is pretty cool. In World War II, it was actually renamed to the Adolf Hitler Platz, which is inappropriate and for obvious reasons got changed back pretty quick smart after World War II. This is the Cloth Hall. It was built in the 14th century as a centre for trading cloth, funnily enough, for Europe. In 1555, it was completely burnt out, and that was when it was rebuilt in the Renaissance style. Once a centre of commerce for this region of Europe, it is now a pretty cool place to pick up some knickknacks and souvenirs for your time in Krakow.
Beneath the cloth hall in the market square is the Rynek Underground Museum. It's a whopping 4,000 square metres in size and showcases the footsteps of Krakow's European identity. The exhibitions use projectors, fogs machines and screens to recreate the atmosphere of Krakow 700 years ago, and they also display other items like the currency, figures and sculptures, games, weapons and tools of the time. We found it a little difficult to navigate as the displays weren't sequential or explained in English very clearly, but it was a nice way to spend an hour away from the cold and take a poke around. So fucking picturesque, man. How are you coping with the cold, Broom Boy?
I am really sort of struggling, sort of not. What I don't know is like how do you know what to wear? Like everyone seems to be like pointing out my jacket going, well, that's fucking stupid. Why are you wearing that jacket? So, well, it's the only jacket I've got. What should I be wearing? And am I going to spend 50 to 100 euros on a jacket for a week? No, I'm going to suffer a little bit and it'll be okay. And also, RMs are not winter boots, not for the snow. They are not protecting my feet from the cold.
If you've been watching this channel for more than this episode, you'll know that I am a hot and sweaty bitch. So I am thriving in this weather.
This is Wawel Castle at the top of Wawel Hill. Now, why is it called Wawel Hill? There's a few theories about that. The first, Wawel being a Polish word that means ravine, and it's assumed that there used to be a ravine that went through the guts of this hill. Another theory is that perhaps it means protruding from marshes because of the waterways and the marshes around the hill. The third and the most interesting theory is that it's actually a continuation of the Greek word Babel, i.e. the town of Babel, part of the myth and legend that is the Empire of Babylon. When Poland lost its independence in the late 1700s, Wawel Castle became the symbol for endurance for the Polish people. It became the site for many gatherings and demonstrations, protesting the ongoing occupancy of the Russians, Prussians, and the Austrian empires.
What a time to get good at sport. I've never been that precise throwing anything in my life.
Uwaga. No i pani to jest nie ma nagrane.
Legend has it that in the days before Krakow existed, there was a dragon that terrorized the local farmers in the area and killed their animals and killed their people, and continued to terrorize the peoples of this area until a hero came in and slew the dragon, and that hero's name was Krakus. Now, rumor has it that Krakus was the founder of the city Krakow, and he built his palace above the lair of the dragon, Smok Wawelski.
That's funny. All throughout Krakow, you'll find milk bars, which are little cantinas serving cafe-style food, all of the regular Polish fare. But their origin story is that during the communist regime, during Cold War Poland, the government subsidised these canteens for workers to be able to come and have a meal because there were often no food facilities in a lot of the workhouses. So it was government subsidised, really cheap meals, but because there was a meat shortage, the meals provided were often dairy-based, so cheese dumplings, cheese pancakes, so they call it a milk bar. We're heading in to get some pierogies. Common fillings are the ones that we've ordered. So you can get cottage cheese and potato, mushroom and cabbage, and beef. You can also get spinach and feta, but after travelling the Balkans for 3 months, we're done with that. They're inexpensive, they're filling, and they're bloody delicious. Okay, review our first pierogi experience. What do you think?
It was pretty delicious. It was a good time.
Favourites?
Meat for sure. Fry it up, makes it more delicious. Yeah, awesome.
I normally get the boiled ones, but I was really impressed with the meat fried ones.
Yep.
And then the cheese and potatoes. And the cabbage and mushroom were just a bit watery.
And the mushroom was a bit intense for me.
I think I would have liked those fried, but 3 servings was too much. Price was good, 20 zloty for a serving of 8. Off to a good start. Local recommendation. Thank you, Gosha. It's just pure melted chocolate. Money well spent?
We'll see.
Who Knew Poland was renowned for their stained glass window craftsmanship. The workshop turned museum was originally built in 1902 by architect Stanislaw Gabriel Zelenensky, who purpose-built the space to design and create monumental glassworks. 120 years later, you can come and explore the building's many floors, where you can watch the glassmasters at work, join in a workshop yourself, and see the permanent exhibition called the Gallery of Young Poland's Stained Glass Masters, which we thought was the best bit. To finish off the tour of Krakow Old Town, we took ourselves out for a traditional Polish feast. This soup served in a bread bowl was the shit, as well as the fruity tea I kept drinking off camera. The meat platter filled with sausage and sauerkraut and roast spuds was unreal and very generous. You wouldn't believe we didn't even finish it, though I'm sure you'll believe that we had to roll ourselves out of there.
Thanks heaps for watching. If you like this video, click on the playlist to watch the rest of our European adventure. You can see where we started and how the bloody hell we got here. On Never Not.